I'm working on some uniforms over here that I'm going to be donating or selling. Those are school uniforms, so please excuse that pile. I'm just going to do an empties and review, which is products from the Dollar Tree. These are non-edible products. I am sporting a little bit of makeup swatch. So thanks so much for tuning in and stopping by. I really appreciate you. Hello, if you're new here, I really am excited to learn more about you and get to know you better. The first thing I'm going to share with you, this little thing is such a convenient little item. So it is a place for you to be able to conveniently store Band-Aids, and it just kind of snaps closed. You open it like this. It starts with 8, and I don't know how many you could actually fit in there, but this is so easy to keep in your purse where the Band-Aids don't get crumpled up or accidentally opened and become non-sterile, so I recommend this. It's really good to keep in your purse, especially if you have kids. So I will be refilling this and sticking it back in my purse. These retinol wipes from Global Beauty Care. I've not seen the charcoal package, I've only seen the blue and the pink packages. I like these, they're bigger than the Bolero. Actually going to compare these side by side. You get 30 count in each. The ingredients in the Bolero are much more natural, much better for your body. It only takes 16 to 21 seconds for a chemical to enter your bloodstream. The more natural ingredients you can find in the products that are going to be going in your hair, in your skin, or in your mouth, obviously, the better. But the packaging I like much better on the Bolero product. I like the scent better. I like the feel of the wipe better. And it seems to be a little bit more damp with the formula. However, it seems like this one cleans better. So unfortunately, if you're going for how well they work, I feel like this Global Beauty Care brand works better than the Bolero. I like this one for the natural. I had never been a bath bombs person. I didn't even know what they were until about last year or the year before, and then I would see these pictures on Facebook of my friends showing like cute painted pedicured toes in a bath full of bubbles, and then there would be like this really cool swirly orb in the water somewhere near their feet, or the water would be random colors, and I thought that's got to be really expensive. Just didn't think that it was a luxury in life that I would ever be able to afford. So when I went to the Dollar Tree and I found the mini bath bombs by Bolero, this one is the Italian pear and this one is a Moroccan mint and raspberry, so you get 3 in each package. I thought that's awesome. It's a way for me to test out fizzing bath bombs without spending a lot of money. Now what I'll say about both of these is it was so anticlimactic. It was like a letdown because they fizzed and dissolved so fast and then left the water looking normal. It didn't look changed of color or anything like that. And that's fine because the bath bombs themselves were white. The scent didn't linger. My skin didn't have the scent afterwards. And it says here, relax and let your stress melt away. It only took like a minute for each one of these bombs to dissolve. So I don't know if it all depends on the formula or the size of it, but if I'm going to have a bath bomb, I would prefer that it lasts quite a while and that maybe the scent lingers. So I'm not going to be buying these ever again, not these particular ones, because I just feel like it doesn't really do anything. I don't feel bad that I spent $1, but I won't be using my dollars again on the Bolero bath bombs. Cute package, good idea, but just didn't last. Similar with this there were 3 mini vanilla and coconut from the Spa Naturals. Ingredients on this one are even more simple than the Bolero. If you're looking at the Bolero ingredient list, this one is so much smaller. So I would prefer this one because it's a lot more simple and possibly better for me. I think it is better for me, but they didn't last a long time. The aroma or the scent did not linger, so I just felt like it really didn't add anything to my bath experience, and I will not be purchasing those again. These Maxi Thins Feminine Cleansing Cloths, you get 32, and they're compared to Summer's Eve, which is name brand. The ingredients in here, some of it is stuff that I don't really want to put on my body, but I felt like I would give this a try, especially for sensitive skin. Overall, I'm happy with it. It has this little reclosable, this little opening here, and then you can pull one out. Sometimes you get more than one if you pull wrong, so you gotta be really careful that you're only pulling one out at a time. They are not flushable. If I felt like I needed something, I think I would repurchase because they did leave the feeling of being fresh. pH balanced, alcohol free, hypoallergenic, and dermatologist tested. That's pretty good. Cute packaging too. I love this Bolero hand wash, 13.5 fluid ounce bottle. This lasted us 2 months in our most commonly used bathroom. There are 3 of us in our family. This is the French lavender and citrus. The ingredient list has a few things hard to pronounce, usually when it's really hard to pronounce and there's no parentheses, Latin or flower or plant type name next to it. Usually that means it's a chemical. Sometimes they've pulled that chemical out of the cell of a plant or out of a plant. Sometimes it also means that it's synthetic or that it's harsh or that it's toxic. However, they say that they are purveyors of natural products with no artificial dyes and cruelty-free. Normally, I don't buy body products from the Dollar Tree, so if I'm buying something from the Dollar Tree and saying that I liked it, it's going to be something more natural like this. The scent did linger after we washed our hands. That was really nice. I like the container as well. The pump never stopped working and the bottle never tipped over. And it never spilled down or shot out any weird way. The pump stayed really nice the whole time. Let's move on to makeup. So I just bought the Lash from LA Colors. They're packaged nicely. I feel like the only thing these are good for is the bottom lashes where you don't really want a lot of product on your lashes anyway. So I think these are no bueno for the top lashes at all because I swiped and swiped and swiped and swiped and it just didn't build. I have had LA Colors dry out on me pretty fast, or I bought it and it was already dry, so I just threw it away. These are still nice and damp, so I will use them up. Like I said, it does get the lower lashes pretty well without making them look too dark or clumpy, and I won't worry about the upper lashes because I'm going to want a nice full coating, several coats of a better mascara than these. So I don't really recommend these unless you want to just use them on your lower lash line. We have LA Colors blush. This is just called Pink Blush BSB 332. The color is really nice and subtle. It's like a little ballerina pink. I'm gonna rub it my finger across once and show you. I did press pretty hard. So that's how much came off. I'm gonna press lighter. That's how much came off. I'm going to touch it once. That's how much came off. I'll show you on my arm after rubbing it in, rubbing it across a couple times, getting that much on my finger. I'm going to show you on my arm over a place that's already there. The color that it shows up on my fair skin. It's a more chalky, powdery formula, so if you don't like that, then don't buy this blush product. Moving on to the LA Colors Rose palette. This has 12 shades. I can't remember if this has the fall off in front or the kickback or kick up that they talk about where there's like little dust clouds forming. I just know that I don't really prefer to use this kind because it's more powdery and chalky than I would like. I'd rather have buttery creamy shadows if I can. So why don't I go ahead and do some swatches. So this is me rubbing in here pretty nicely here, getting a lot on my finger. And that's only as much as I got off on my hand. Let me do it one more time. You may have to get your brush wet before you go in here, but as I'm doing this, I see that it's sort of creating a protective film over the top and not really letting my finger pick up that pigment. Now that I know what it's like to have a $15 or $16 or $20 palette, I'm breaking up with Dollar Tree shadows. I can say for the most part that I'm done with Dollar Tree makeup in general because I just feel like it's more important for me to invest in a better palette. Here on my hand. They're really nice shades. They're really nice tones. If this is your budget, which is what I was doing in the beginning, work with it and maybe wet your brush or just be patient and try to learn how you can get the most out of this palette. So that's like a copper color. Alfalfa. This is a side of you I've never seen before. You want some fries with that shake? It does have pretty colors, but I have other palettes with these types of colors now, so bye-bye to this one. Another item that I will not be buying again is this Dove Intensive Cream. What I don't like about this is the scent. I did use up just about every last drop, but I don't like the scent. I don't miss it. I'm glad that it's used up. Mostly I used it on my elbows and on my feet, so I didn't want that scent really close to my face, and I didn't want it really close to the noses of my friends or people that I was around. I just don't really care for the scent, but the formula was okay. My last 3 empties from the Dollar Tree, 100% acetone polish remover, as you can see here. And what I wanted to do with this is I wanted to put
I wanted to cut up some sponges and put them in a jar and then pour this in so that you can just dip your finger in and twist. Like you make a little plus sign in the sponge or whatever, and then you twist, and then it should rub off a lot of the nail polish. But what I used instead was paper towels. It's kind of silly, but I just tried it just to try it. And it did. It took off all the nail polish pretty quickly. There was no color left in the jar, which is weird. I thought that it was going to turn it all the color of my nails, but it didn't. I will be buying this again. I usually like to get the purple one, which is, I think there's a non-acetone and there's an acetone, and I think you can use this kind for taking off the letters that they have in their shadow boxes if you have a Cricut machine and you want to do your own lettering. So I think you can use this to remove things that are on decor. I always like to keep these on hand. I think they are good. And first I thought I'll just buy them for my kids, but then I just think it's great to have for even adults or your guests or anybody who might want to use them. And it's best to get a pop open plastic hard container from Walmart. You can get them for like $3 with a bunch of wipes in them, and then you can use these as refills. So that really works well. So you can see here it just opens like that. They stay damp the whole time. They don't seem to dry out unless your kids forget and leave them wide open. This Bolero body wash, I like the smell of it quite a bit. It says rejuvenating. This lasted me about 2 months. My kids did not use it. I used it myself. It lasted me about 2 months. I did take it on my family reunion, so it traveled well. I noticed on the hottest days, the liquid or the formula inside gets less sort of gel and more watery, but then as it gets colder again, it turns back into the really nice like shower gel. So I do recommend this. I'm not sure if I'm going to buy more because I have other body products that I'd like to use up first, but if I do come around to this again, because I haven't seen it at the Dollar Tree for a while, I wouldn't be opposed to buying this one again. I do like the scent. I always felt nice and clean. The scent did seem to linger a little bit, which I liked. And there was only 2 really, really hot days where I felt like I wasn't fresh enough and needed to take a shower again, but I think that was because it was in the high 90s, low 100s for our temperatures here in Utah. So thanks again for watching my empties video, and I hope you guys gained something from the video, and I hope that I can talk to you again really soon. Take care.